Well, Joe kind of is.
We're live.
on a rope from here to the cape of no hope. Now, before the thing jump, two hands more until central. Simple to fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the Lord. Fight the platform. Fight the war. Fight the Lord. Fight the platform. Fight the war. Fight the Lord. What's it gonna take?
Two more songs. Anger's a Gift. Not Buffalo's best. Rage tribute band fucking America's best. Rage Against the Machine cover band.
That guy.
Yeah!
Killing in the Name next, or are we finishing with that?
Or Freedom next.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
away and wanna make fun. Get your name, get your lotion on the wall, playing tic-tac-toe. Yo, check the diagonal. 3 dollars one, come on. Cause that nigga's being a road. For example, what does a billboard say? Come and play, forget about the book. You're right, Guitarist! Freedom.
This part.
Yeah.
This part.
Freedom.
This one's for you, Ryan.
Yeah, right. Freedom. Yeah.
Matt Hall on vocals, yeah. I Asked No One checking in South Buffalo here with Anger's a Gift.
Hold on. Oh, you're running out of air.
Rage Against the Machine
Beer.
cover
You
band.
you mispronounced beer.
Want a beer?
No, he ran out.
Oh my God, that's cool.
John, you want a beer?
Woo! Last song, last song.
Maybe not.
Now it's ready. Maybe. Oops. All right, ready. I'll start. There we go.
Other shit that want crosses. Some of those shit want forces. Other shit that want crosses. Some of those shit want forces. Other shit that want crosses. Some of those shit want forces. Other shit that want crosses.
Now they do what they told ya.
Now you're under control. 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 Now you're under control.
Anger.
I think that's how you end the show.
That is. That's the outro. Anger is a gift. That was really fun, guys.
Fan move. Can it go up my pants?
That was like my first show in 2 years, man.
Dude, yeah. Has it been that long?
Sure has.
Means of mitigating the heat.
We're here in South Buffalo,
Bought a couple of these like
South Buffalo, New York. Here with band Anger is a Gift. Rage Against the Machine cover band.
But we were just like, dude, this would be excellent.
10 years old this year. How about that?
10 years strong, man. It's hot here.
It is. It definitely is. Very hot. We have some friends joining us.
It's a good preview for next week.
Yep. Anger is a Gift is playing with Schism next week. Take my earplugs out. Next week, Friday, Schism and Anger is a Gift play the Rapids Theater. That's July the 30th. Yeah, July the 30th coming up. That will be my very first concert. And if you've seen any of my content over the past several weeks, several months, year and a half, really looking forward to it. And thank you for joining.
Yeah! I'll stay on next to you.
Sounds good.
Oh, man.
Woo! That was awesome, brother. That was a lot of fun.
Hold on. So just down to here. Hang out. Oh, that's not bad.
Henry.
Yep.
No, it's Joe.
Oh, it's Joe.
Oh, it's Joe. It's
Uh-oh.
Don't care. All right. Are there any more of those freezer beers?
Oh, right here. Right here.
Oh, fuck. Next to the frozen bottle of Jaeger, bro. Oh, Christ. Brace yourselves. Jaeger is coming.
Yeah, again, we're here in South Buffalo.
1 quarter. No, not 1 half.
Now,
For my beer.
got some pops here for you guys. This is my very first band interview, by the way. We're not gonna call it an interview. Fuck interviews. You know, we're checking in here.
Hang out.
Yeah.
Hang out. Just chilling.
Yes. Yeah. South Buffalo, New York. What's the zip code here?
14220.
14220. With Anger is a Gift.
220.
Chris and Joe will be joining soon. But introduce yourself, man. What's your name and what instrument do you play?
I'm Henry. I play the bass and I also scream.
Yes, you do scream. You've been screaming pretty well the past few hours, brother.
It's nice having somebody up back and vocals.
Yeah, that wasn't originally the case, right?
No, he,
Was it Drew?
Drew was a member of the band, our bass player, and real solid at the position, but he moved on to do some other things, and we miss him. But Henry here, stepped in like 2 months, and I don't know how many years ago it was now.
Shit.
No,
not 6. Maybe 4 or 5.
It's been
years.
It's even been. It was right around the time my son was born.
Anger is a Gift. Anger is a Gift. This is a band, a Rage Against the Machine cover band from Buffalo, New York here. Checking in South Buffalo.
Sorry, oh shit.
And they got a big show next week. It's going to be my first show, right? What's going to be your first show coming up here? So July 30th, Friday, Rapids Theater, Niagara Falls. When Matt gets back, we'll
Yeah, I gotta go get some. I'll go get those.
paper towels.
Don't worry, I'm
I'll be
good.
right back.
It's pretty
We
hot
all
in
need
here.
them.
Yeah, actually, that's not.
I got dude wipes too if you need them.
I got McDonald's napkins. Pretty sure
That's
Now it's
exactly
exactly
what I want.
space. When the McDonald's
Yep.
napkins come out, they're picking up the spilled beer.
I'm pretty sure I didn't look at them. They might be Tim Hortons.
No, he's definitely Tim Hortons. Yeah, no, I look at him.
Doesn't
We're
say.
in Buffalo. That would make sense.
You
but
just
it's
know. You just know these things.
Tim Hortons napkins.
All right, so Chris, are you brewing beer still
I'm
at all?
not. No, actually, I now run a business with my wife from our house. Like we just doing that, and I run an audio repair business. Actually, I do both. So, I've been playing a guitar and like fixing up not only gear for the band and setting us up as the sound guy here, but like all that stuff. Decided to kind of pursue that dream full time as an independent contractor.
That was definitely a good move, Joe.
Working my
Nice.
my electronics business.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
there you go, brother.
Shit, no,
Yeah, I've never operated one of
no.
those floodlights before.
Which I,
Run!
oh, Matt's gonna turn into his natural self, which you don't want to see.
Dude, wait. Oh, give me one.
All the sponsors. So no, I don't. I used to be here. I did it for 12 years, and then guys, use them in the bathroom at least.
We're gonna do this.
About to,
Well,
about
just
to break
your
some
wipes.
ground.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to wipe that on your face. That's not meant for your face, bro. This is meant for your face. That's
Dude,
meant for
if-
off camera.
Dude, why would this not be meant for your face? It's meant for never mind.
That was a Christmas gift from my mother or my sister-in-law.
Matt, where are ya?
Help! We need
Cheers,
help!
Jen. Cheers, Jen, if you ever watch this. Thanks for the dude wipes. Coming in handy.
Thank you, Jen, for giving Joe dude wipes. But no, so yeah, I started an all electronics repair business, doing a lot of amp repair, pedal repair, things like that. So
It's hot as fuck down here.
Nice.
Open windows.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So-
good for you, man.
yeah, it's been fun.
Chris used to be a brewmaster, right, at Pearl Street Grill and Brewery downtown.
It's actually where Joe and I met. Joe and I all met working.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's
that.
how we met. Yeah,
Okay.
I was brewing, and then Joe and Matt were both servers, and yeah, that's how we all. Joe told me he was in a rage band. I was like, dude, I'd love to play guitar sometime, and he was like, oh, we got a guitarist, he's pretty good, and it was like, all right, and then he kind of fell off, and I stepped in, and we've been doing that for 11 years, 12 years.
Yeah, it's been me and you for at least 10 years now.
At least,
Two
yeah.
of us.
Me and Joe are kind of the OGs from it.
Yeah.
And,
Never knew that.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and then Matt was just hanging out, jamming with us, like when we were waiting for a singer to show up, and then the singer never showed up, and Matt kept showing up. So, so
Yeah,
Matt got
I
to
just
do it.
kept showing up. You're like, all right, fine, I guess.
That's the way to do it.
I guess he's the singer.
We'll give him a
You
microphone.
know,
I
no
guess.
one else is
Yeah.
coming.
I remember showing him a video, and he was like, "Oh, he's screaming. Oh, I get it." And then, boom, he was Zach.
It was
Yeah.
it was the former singer that I kind of shadowed. That was the video. It was Jim Cantree.
Yeah.
There's a video of him doing it.
Killer
And I was like,
Robots.
oh, that's kind of how you
Jim,
fake Zach.
Jim, if you're out there, cheers to you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, inspirational
Original
for sure in
singer.
the beginning.
Well, now that we have everyone here, this is Anger is a Gift. And I just want to say, hey, guys, thanks a lot for joining. I asked Noah my first band interview. We'll see how this goes. But this is a future sponsor. I just want to say cheers, guys.
Come
Thanks a
on,
lot.
Jaeger, sponsor it. Fucking
Cheers. Cheers,
podcast, man.
Yeah.
What Jesus.
10 years, Anger is a
Any-
Gift, giving it
If
to
any
Buffalo.
demographic that you're trying to appeal to, good Lord.
Oh, yeah, sure, brother.
Rock and roll, brother.
Yep. So, if you guys could just go from
We're all
left to
vaccinated.
oh, yes.
Yeah, cheers.
Need a little deer blood.
You guys want to go from left to right here? Just introduce yourself. Tell us your name and the instrument you play, and
Stage left or real left?
maybe your favorite song of all time.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Or
Well, it was
band.
easy until that part. My name is Chris Herr. I'm the guitarist in Anger is a Gift. And let's see. I think my current favorite Rage song is No Shelter. Because I think it's the ultimate super Rage song.
No Shelter. Which record is that on?
It's on the Godzilla soundtrack. It was
Yeah.
written.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's not on any of the records, and it was clear that when they signed with Sony, that they were required to write a song for a Sony motion picture. So they wrote a song called No Shelter, and the lyrics are all about how it's for the movie Godzilla, and the lyrics are all about how Godzilla is the real motherfucking killer, and like, it's all about anti-Hollywood and like just stare at your television and just stare. And, like the whole thing is just about at the real American nightmare. It's like so
90s.
middle finger to the fucking Lord, like
Yeah.
It's hilarious if they got that on the side.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
Matthew Broderick, that Godzilla. It's a hell of a soundtrack, by the way. There's a
Great.
one-off from Fuel. There's a one-off from Foo
Yeah.
Fighters.
yeah,
The soundtrack is way
Yeah.
better than the movie.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
like so the soundtrack alone.
Movie was awesome.
But yeah, so Rage, No Shelter, arguably my favorite Rage song at the moment. They changed.
Nice. Yeah, they did Year of the Boomerang. That was a one-off song on the what soundtrack was that?
They're learning.
Yes. Yeah, it was in 94, and then it appeared on Evil Empire in 96. So if you could just introduce yourself.
I'm Joe Oliver. I play drums.
Play some drums. What's your favorite Rage Against the Machine song?
I don't know. I like a lot of them. I like Vietnam.
Yeah, now is it?
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Vietnam.
No, fuck it, turn it off.
Yeah. Because the drums are so strange.
Yeah, no, they're out.
Radio.
Sure.
I like.
I
I
wouldn't be guessing.
don't know. I like a lot of them. There's a lot of close seconds.
Yeah, you mentioned Vietnam. That's good enough. Right.
At the moment.
Andrew
For
Brown.
a second time, yeah.
I play bass and I do backing vocals. And
Yeah, you do.
I'm white. I might have to agree with Chris on No Shelter. That might be my favorite.
Really? Wow.
I was
Godzilla.
dude. The moment I got that delay pedal, I was like, dude, we're doing
Oh,
yeah. But like, you can tell, like, in their contract or whatever, they were required to at least mention Godzilla in some way. You know, like Godzilla, the
Real
motherfucking killer. Get your eyes off the real kill. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. I'd say.
Ultimate sleeper.
Rambo 2.
Yeah, Rambo too.
Rainbow too. Matt knows all the words. We just
Oh, yeah.
fuck him up.
Yeah, I just switched.
That took a long time.
It's a tough one.
So when did you join the band, Henry?
I was just trying to figure that out.
Jesus, yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
You
Yeah,
out there?
I was.
2018, 2017.
Should we bring up the 90s?
Oh.
Chris and I were in a 90s band.
Yeah, we played.
We
another
just
band
gotten
together.
started. I heard they were in a rage band. I was like, oh my god, I didn't say it.
Well, and before that,
Wow.
Henry's brother and I played
Yeah.
in a jazz band.
Right.
And I played saxophone in.
Yeah, when we were trying to recruit you, you creeped on us and like found our profiles and stuff. And then you're like, oh yeah, like
Wait.
I know VJ.
You related to VJ?
Yeah.
Oh, he's my brother. I was like, what?
And then one day we were at the 90s rehearsal, and he was like, hey, by the way, like our bass is kind of like disappeared on us. Can you learn like a dozen rage songs in like a week?
Yeah.
No,
No, it was like 26 of them. Right?
Henry's like,
Was it your
okay.
first show, the Euro show?
I can tell
no,
you. I can tell you.
it was CPG.
CPGs, that's
Yeah.
right.
It was-
And then
yeah, it was-
like a week later, we played
Yeah.
Theory. Like it wasn't that
Damn.
much longer.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
tune-up game.
And that was a double
Yeah.
2-set 26.
Yeah, so I had like
that
a
was-
week to learn 12
25,
songs
25,
and 2
25.
weeks to learn.
But we did play one of them
25.
twice.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did play
to be
26
fair.
songs.
To be fair.
And then
It was
just kept going with it ever since. And this has been awesome. Like
It's
when
been-
I first heard about the band, I was like, God, I want to be in that band so bad.
Pretty much
And
the
then I got
reaction
the
I had.
opportunity. Yeah.
I think all of us had.
Same
We were
exact
like, oh,
story.
we're
Yeah.
getting the band.
You can definitely see it in your eyes the past few hours when you're up there and rehearsing. Just even when it comes to the vocals, you know.
Oh, it's so much
I'm
fun.
watching, but it could be like, it felt like, 2,000, 20,000 people are just getting into the vocals.
Yeah.
Love it. Speaking of the vocals, you can just introduce yourself.
Sure, what's up? I'm Matt Holla. I do the vocals. Fo's actually in the room.
Yeah, that's Matt Holla. Matt Holla. And I really, to this day, I don't know. Is it your last name? Is that your last name? Or
Holla for a dollar. Holla at your boy. Yeah, Holla. H-O-L-L-A. Holla.
Yeah.
got Matt Holla. Do you have
Yeah, like I didn't pick it. You know,
You didn't
like,
change it for the band.
I didn't change it for the band.
Yes.
No, it was not like Robert De Niro or. It was that's the name on the family crest, and so
Gotcha.
I guess it's German.
That's awesome. That worked. It's very new metal of your ancestors to have Holla as your last name.
Holla!
Very progressive.
But yeah, guys, first time I saw you was in 2015. I was home from California, and my twin brother was really raving about you guys. We love live heavy music, live music in general, but that first show was at the Tudor Lounge. I want to show you something.
Oh boy.
I know one began as a souvenir show, which it still is, but I really like to connect with people that I admire that really kick fucking ass on stage.
Wow.
And Joe, these are your drumsticks. That first show,
Wow.
August of 2014, the Tudor Lounge, downtown Buffalo.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got to sign him for him, bro.
right. And then Matt Holla, Mr. Holla over here. We got a set list with your beautiful handwriting.
That can't be my handwriting, and if it's awful, it is.
That's definitely your handwriting.
Oh yeah.
I can tell
Yeah.
Matt
I know I
wants
can
to
read it.
paper.
It was a rainy night
Well,
that
that's
night.
definitely.
That is-
Yeah.
that is-
No, I wasn't. Yeah, it's a little wet, but that's definitely my handwriting.
He's like, dude, we can type these.
Is it dated?
I guess we could
It's
all-
not dated, but it was August the 15th
Oh,
of
shit.
2015.
No shit.
There you go. Yeah,
So you guys
testify.
That was your first game? No. First.
That was
game,
the
so.
first gig that I saw. So,
Wait, is there
We're
any
signing
chance?
Joe's
that-
six for you. How about
oh,
that?
cool. Thanks,
Is there, any,
guys.
is there any chance that's one of the sticks that almost took you out?
No, that was
Was that that show?
Was it?
Wait,
that
that
too,
was?
right?
That
Yeah,
was
it was.
No, that was one of the early tutor shows.
That might have been it.
We're passing around.
I mean, there's this one
Sound
time
low.
Joe loses grip of a stick, and like Spider-Man, I like cocked my head back and just dodged
It's
it.
like Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah, it was like Neo in the
Right.
Matrix. It
It
was
was crazy.
It was pretty
We have it
wild.
on video. We can show it to you.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Or, no,
Yeah.
I think we took that video down. It's private, I think, because it's one of our first from that. We weren't quite as tight back.
Right.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah, there you go. We signed this one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
There you
it's
go.
like
Literally just
Anger's
happened
gifts.
that moment of just like he just looked.
It's crazy.
for no reason.
It's
What?
awesome.
Dig it.
Matrix died.
Dig it.
The back
It
of
was
the head
awesome.
for sure.
So, I like to have a quote of the day here on I Ask No One, and I just have to check I just want to make sure I got it right. It has to start somewhere. It has to start sometime. What better place than here? What better time than now?
by far the most classic.
Right. And that part of that song, while they were rehearsing, that was when Hala, like, put the microphone, right in my face there. And
I
I
had to. I knew.
so you didn't even know it was going to be today's quote of the day. So that was
I
really
didn't
fitting.
know that. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So you guys, Anger's a gift. You have your current jobs. I mean, what's when you get up on stage? I mean, I want to start with you, like the screaming part. My brother and I, Ryan, we go and see bands. We enjoy ourselves, but we really we don't laugh as hard as we do at shows when we watch you scream. I mean, Matt's probably.
a compliment.
Oh, man. All right.
Matt's you're 5'5", 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, 5'8".
5'8". Okay, so 5'8" up there. He's jumping up and down. You got to see Anger's a gift, and just screaming. You got that vein coming down the hill. So
Hit this one.
yes, and that one too. What's your fuel when you're up there? When you're just really getting after it vocally? Who are some screamers that you've heard over the years that influence what you do today?
That's a great question. For sure, Slipknot. A little bit of Pantera. Yeah, I probably like if there was any particular acts that I had.
I mean, besides Zach, right?
Well,
Yeah,
well, that's the obvious. I mean, sure, Zach. And he's hard to imitate, man. The way, sort of like Chris Cornell, like the way he, belts out some of his tunes. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to imitate. Zach's screaming is not an easy one to try and mock.
Fuck the norm! Fuck the norm! I mean, he's got it down. It's so fun.
But it didn't always sound good. It took a while. It's like an acquired taste. It takes time to. And I'm a vocalist. I do all different shit. Classically trained. When I fell into this, I was just like, what the fuck? I'll try it out, and it was fun. It was just fun. It was hung out, and I get to scream, and it's cathartic, but it's smart. You know what I mean? And I get to do a little bit of rapping. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
It's a little less melodic than maybe some other bands, but super cathartic. It's a great opportunity. It's fun.
But there's a melody to the rhythm of it.
There is.
Whole hard thing to capture that Matt does a great job of. Just
Vocals are definitely another instrument.
yeah,
It's definitely a fourth instrument.
It's
Instead of
a
complementary of
percussion,
the other things,
yeah.
it's its own entity. It's like four pieces of a puzzle come together. Each have their kind of equal parts. That's kind of what's so great about Rage is like each part's really important for what it is, and it's kind of on its own where it is. And the other pieces are just complemented. You just have these four pieces kind of coming together, and then it's just like sounds like one thing.
Yeah.
And that's like one huge thing. Yeah. I
Absolutely.
remember when so I had another guitarist who was kind of quitting because he was going to another band. Cheers to you, Craig. I hope you're doing well, brother. And so he was asking me how the Rage band is at work, and I was like, I think it's done. And he had the whammy pedal, the red special effects pedal, and he asked me how my band was. I was like, I think it's over. My guitarist just quit last night. He's like, oh, really? Well, I play guitar. I go, really? But can you make like the noises? You know? And he's like, yeah, sure. I think I can. I did it as my senior dissertation in college. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, okay. So he came over and he was, cheers to you, Craig, but Chris is way better.
His words, not mine.
And Joe, you're a drummer. So who are some of the drummers you look up to?
I like Danny Carey, but I can't even play any of the songs that he's just on another level.
Yes, he is.
So I'm trying to get there. I really started this band to become a better drummer. That was the entire impetus.
And it never.
Here we are.
Well, the drumming's elegant. It's simple in a way, but it's not unrefined. It's got like a really interesting thing. There's a lot of beats that are off what you would normally hear in a rock song. They come a little earlier, a little bit later than normal, and it just kind of creates this kind of cool feel to it. And I always admired that. And I always thought, like, you know what? That doesn't sound as hard as like Tool. I think I can learn how to do that. And what I got to do to motivate myself to learn how to do that is to surround myself with other people that I am now accountable to. Because like, they're going to come over next week, and I better know this song. I better at least be able to play along, so they're not wasting their time. And so that was like kind of the whole reason this thing even came into existence to begin with. That's I wanted to become a better drummer, and I wanted to pick a band that I thought I could do. And Tool, I still can't.
Well, ever since you gave me these sticks, and I have so many sticks from so many legends, these are really cool that I've got. Big Firth, rockin', dig it. I'm here at Angers a Gift, South Buffalo, New York. They're playing the Rapids Theater in Niagara Falls next week with Schism, Tool band, Tool cover band. Where's Schism from?
New York City.
In New York City,
Yeah.
Okay. So Tool, New York City.
Been around for probably almost 20 years.
20 years.
Now.
20 years they're celebrating. 20 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat. Like, this
They're
is their
so
20th
cool.
and this is our 10th.
Nice.
Great
Is
set
that
of
around
guys,
20
and just
years?
you've heard it before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, they're so good. It's so tight.
It's a show, man. I mean, the Rage and Tool in one night.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to be a part of, and it's fun to get to go out into the crowd after we play and watch them.
Oh, it's super fun. Yeah.
It's
That's
great.
actually the best part.
We get to hang out with them all day, and
Yeah.
then we play, and they cheer us on, and then they play, and we cheer them on.
We'll see you guys in the pit. That'll be
Because we were on stage before, we get to go backstage and watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And even better view if we want to.
Best view
Right?
in the house, yeah.
Well, got a lot of live. I probably did a lot of Facebook Live backstage with them.
Yeah, that's a great. But it's an awesome.
I mean, we only
show.
play anymore. We only play it, 3, maybe 4 shows a year. I think it's a lot for us. Of course, the pandemic fucked everything up, but
Yeah.
And
So
tell,
the shows
tell us
we
about
do
four shows 1 year. That's just, you want to keep people interested, right? You don't want to go
Find,
every month.
like, the biggest thing is, like, we're a tribute show, so, like, we're playing Rage Song. People aren't coming out and watching us like they watch, like, a Grateful Dead cover band, for example. They're improvising every night. They're making it up every night. The show's a little bit different every night. We're going out and we're trying to sound like Rage, and it's like, people are into that, but they're not going to come out and see us every weekend. They're not going to come out even once a month, I don't think. Like, so we found that our sweet spot, at least within a single region, is kind of about 4 times a year. Like, it's enough for people to remember that they had a great time and want to come out and see it again, but not so soon that they're like, we'll just wait till the next one and come back because they're going to play next week anyway. Like, so for us, and for us, it's more fun to have a crowd of 300, 400 than to have a crowd of, 20 or 30, just because the music is so intense, so high energy that we want it to be like an experience for it. The more the crowd gets into it, the more we get into it. The more it just turns into this synergy that like becomes this awesome thing, and we just would rather do that 4 times a year, 5, 6 times a year,
really well,
than do it, once a month or once a week. Like, and it's not to say we don't have opportunities or that we don't want to. It's just that we're just not. Like, we found for us, it just works better for our schedule, for our the way we play. That it's just more fun.
Yeah, most of us are professionals. Like, this isn't our primary source of income, and it's nice when you do make a little bit of money doing your favorite hobby. But you know what I mean? It's
just a blast. I don't think any of us are in it for the money. I think
it's a hobby.
But like, so like, if you're not in it for the money and you don't need to do it, then it's just want to go out and just have the best time we can have.
just fun.
And like I still remember one of our first shows
That show
was
we can
playing on like to this day. It was fucking 9 years ago. We're on City Hall playing during Occupy Buffalo,
Oh,
and
that's so
Matt turned around with
Sure.
just 2 fingers, screaming, "Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me." To City Hall, while I'm just like with a bunch of chicks hula hooping, and I'm just like, "This is the coolest fucking thing I've ever done!" Like it was just
cool. Wow.
so much fun. Like and like we've had a lot of awesome moments with this band since then. You know, I still remember our first crowd surfer. I still remember like you know people jumping up and down. I remember a security guard showing up on stage. Like like so we'd rather have an anchor bar or something. You know, like that's not so it's not about it's about keeping it rare just to keep it fun for us and for the crowd.
Yeah, man, it's really that's fun. It's very fun watching you guys play. And Ryan wishes he was going to be here next week. Rapids
Is
Theater.
he still in Greece or something?
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, my twin brother Ryan's still in Athens, Greece, or
No
some
shit.
shit. Yeah,
Good for him.
Yeah. No, seriously, that's some shit.
Or something.
Yeah, he was in Montenegro.
Just messaged me on my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Ryan was in Bratislava and Montenegro, and he's like James Bond out there, just working remotely from these exotic Airbnbs.
So you guys
You
gonna
know.
do James Bond like personality change where you just show up one day and you disappear?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Montenegro.
Yeah, so cool. Chris, we'll stay with you. Who are some of your guitar gods that you look up to? I mean,
Jesus.
Tom Morello, obviously. But I want to say, too, that it Bulls on Parade, that guitar solo, when you play that, I talk about how fun it is watching you guys. Like, I think one of the hardest I laughed besides the Freedom outro, when you're screaming. Like, you scream that fucking that Matt Hollis scream that, you'll see on repeat. I'm laughing my ass up over here. But that weird Tom Morello thing that you do.
Morello's in a league of his own in terms of making noise musical. I come from a jazz saxophone background, so I play in a jazz quartet still to this day.
Very cool.
So for me to like hear a guy like Tom Morello come out and just scratch on a guitar or rub his hand on or use an Allen key to make a noise or use some wicked sound, like literally pulling his plug out and using so much like the thing about jazz, they always say it's rhythm, right? Like it doesn't matter what notes you're playing, it matters the rhythm you're playing. And in a weird way, Tom Morello is the most jazz player in the group because of that, because he's just all rhythm. Like he doesn't care what noise he's making, he makes a cool rhythm out of it. And everyone goes, "Oh, it's awesome!" It doesn't matter like that. He's just going, but it's like how he does it. You're like, yeah, like, and that's why like people I don't think like the people that know me as a jazz player are like, "What are you doing playing Tom Morello guitar?" I'm like, "He's one of the best jazz guitarists you've never heard of, man." Like in a weird way. So like he does like a lot of that, and then I mean he's just a total closet metal shredder, man. I mean, like the guy can just drop into these solos that you're just like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's one of those things where he gets to break the rules because he clearly knows all of them. And I think that's there's a million musicians that you could name that live in that camp. For me, in terms of guitarists, I mean, the guy from Muse, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but like the lead guitarist from Muse is definitely to me the next step of Morello because he does so much with effects and sounds and funky things, but also is such clearly a talented musician. And then oh shit, I mean,
Yeah, gotcha.
like who's that guy from Audio Slave? No, I'm just kidding. Just see if you guys are paying attention.
Tom Morello.
But no, like I mean, as far as like a lot of my musical influence comes much more from the jazz. There's actually a killer guy named Tom Misch, who's this young guy out of Britain. He's he's a jazz guitarist, baritone jazz singer. He's a classically trained violinist turned jazz guitarist who puts music over like Jay Dilla beats. So it's like this hip hop jazz guitar funk, like I mean, but like he's just such a sick player. anything like Tom Morello in terms of like effects or noise or whatever, but like it just in terms of musicianship, he's just someone who I really admire. Versatility. Look up. He's just like fusion. You know, like it's this idea of like okay, like fusion. I think a lot of people just think of as being like we're playing like metal punk or whatever. And it's like no, like this is like jazz hip hop or like very Tribe Called Quest, but like moving into a new kind of realm. And I'm super into that fusion idea of like you're taking all of these different genres and putting them together, but making it work in such a positive way. I mean the classics, Angus Young and Led Zeppelin and all that. I mean, got guys that you cut your teeth with, Jimi Hendrix, of course, but like, they're so like, you play them, you goof around with them. Morello is fun because you're almost playing as much with your feet as much as you're playing with your hands.
Yeah.
And then the better you get with the hands, the better you get with your feet, the more that you can make it sound like this guy that's literally, he just made the shit up. Like he used to say, he was like, I'd listen to the train going by and I'd try to make the train sound, or I'd hear a plane fly over and I'd try to make a plane fly over, and it was like, he just approached it in such a different way that it's almost impossible to say like, I like Morello and all these other guys, because he was just in a league of his own. Yeah. He's an incredible musician, and I don't think anyone and any super talented. That's the difference between like a guy that comes up and just makes a shit ton of noise and goes like, they're just making noise, versus a guy like Tom Morello. You're like, no, he's making musical noise. I think that's a very fine distinction, but something that I think professional musicians especially respect about him so much, and why he's always in the top 100 best guitarists of all time.
He's definitely up there, as he has his own sound. You ever hear a musician, and you know right off the bat that's their vocals, that's their guitars. That Tom Morello's the same way.
It's even crazier when you're like I'm taking a class from Santana right now, Carlos Santana, and
master class or
master class.
Oh, that's
Carlos
cool.
Santana, and he talks about how like it's weird, like through a saxophone or like a wind instrument, like you're playing it, you're making you have like your body involved. In a guitar, you're holding a string down and plucking a note, right? Like, but somehow guitarists, violinists have their own sound. Like they sound like themselves. And Santana talks a lot about that. Like, it's like sound like yourself. Like it doesn't matter what rig Santana picks up and plays, he sounds like Santana. I think Tom Morello is one of those guys that no matter what guitar he picked up and started playing, he'd sound like Tom Morello, and you go, that dude sounds like Tom Morello. Like, and I've had songs where I literally like obscure B-side audio slave songs where I was like, this is Rage. Like, hold on, I know this band. And it's like, sure enough, it was Tom Morello, Tim Comerford, and Red Wolf, like, rocking along. And then Chris Cornell comes up, you're like, oh shit, like I just knew that sound. And to be in a tribute band, one of my favorite parts about it is trying to emulate that sound so accurately and get to
give
do
it
that.
its justice.
And then, I mean, not to toot our own horns here, but to feel like we do, sound like when we play a song, we sound like Rage, like, and that's not something that, that I think, I think that's not something to just shake off, like, they're playing the gear, they have the stuff. It's like, no, we sound like Rage, like that's
not just sounding like them, though. There's the energy. There's like a intangible,
Get
something
up,
extra
get up.
than just the sound, where there's like I'm not just playing along. I'm playing with the song.
Right.
Like, I'm living the song as I play. That's how I play. And that's like what I envision when I'm playing. Even when I'm practicing by myself, I'm thinking of being on stage with hundreds of people loving it, And,
but I think that's the thing. Like, we sound like them. Like, and that it's not just that we're playing like them or that we play their music. It's that we sound like them. And I think that's a fun, really fun part of this band. It's something
You
that
sure don't look like that.
no, we don't look.
First, we got to get you a hat.
Oh, I know. I gotta. Yeah, but
we gotta get some ink.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, I know.
partially like my
Full
recording
project.
engineering background
That's
too.
really
Like, just having had a background in engineering and all that, like, just being so sensitive to that and talking, extensively, especially with Joe, like in terms of like drumming and the musicality of it, and then Henry bringing such a breadth of knowledge with him from your dad being a music teacher and your brother being such a much better musician. I
Yeah,
And
we,
then-
we
and then,
tried out
yeah,
other
like,
bassists, but they
Supposed to have breadth of knowledge.
the other bassists that we tried out, they were good, but they couldn't read music, and so it was like a language barrier. So Chris couldn't go, oh, play a D right here. They didn't know what a D was.
Yeah.
Where when Henry came on,
Or
I was
there's
like,
gotta
oh
be
yeah, he's pretty
staccato,
good, but
yeah.
also he knows fucking music.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man.
And,
Right on,
and being
Henry.
able to do that was like a huge
It
part
made
of
the
this group.
transition quick.
Having musicians play with
That'd
you
be quick.
makes a big difference.
We got Chris, we got Joe, we got Henry, and Holla over here. Anger is a Gift. Not only Western New York and Buffalo, New York's #1 Rage Against the Machine tribute band. America's #1 Rage Against the Machine tribute band. And Matt,
to
dude,
that.
I remember. Yeah, cheers to that. And thanks for joining, guys. So this is something I've asked you guys after shows a few times. I know enough tribute bands who, they put out a CD. They record a bunch of their favorite songs. They put it on a CD or put it as an MP3 or whatever. Is that in your near future? Have you guys done that? Just get a collection of songs and go and record them. I feel like you guys would really
We've had some requests for it.
capture that live feel of a Rage Against the Machine record.
I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking for the band here, but I think we all feel like it's a little silly. Like Rage is so recorded and so and maybe, the more that we're getting requests for this, because we're probably the 10th person I've heard say, when are you going to be on Spotify? When are you going to whatever? It's probably something we should do. It'd be
we're
very
all
easy.
set up. All we
It's
need
very
is-
easy. We just got to hit a button and we're done.
Oh, we need a couple more mics for the toms. But that's it. And then we can put that.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's just
just
like a
Rage-
song with
Rage
the toms.
is-
They need their respect.
Rage is on Spotify.
But so I
Yeah,
think we all kind of look at it well, we're trying to cover a song that already exists. Why don't you just listen to the song? But we're hearing a lot more. I remember when I posted a video of ours on Reddit, and some guy was like, "Are you guys on Spotify? I'd love to listen to you." And I'm like, "Why don't you just listen to the band?" And he was like, "So I listen to cover bands." I was like, "Oh, it's never really done that." I don't know if it's just because we're so focused on trying to sound like the band itself that it sounds kind of counterintuitive to us to be like, oh well, yeah, just listen to us instead. But if we were all chicks or something, there was that chick Rage Against the Machine band that was really cool. We get that a little bit, or Jazz Against the Machine, we did Bomb Track and stuff.
I thought it was brass against the machine.
Well, there's Brass Against the Machine
Well,
and there was Jazz Against the
really? I don't
Machine.
know if I got
Yeah, there were all kinds.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to sound like Rage, so we're like, well, why would you listen to us? Listen to the original.
Yeah.
So.
You're trying to sound like Rage, but you guys also sound like yourselves. And over a handful of years that I've been watching you guys live, me, I love listening to Damage Incorporated, which is a Metallica band who I've jammed with. I sometimes will listen to them a little bit more than Metallica. So I would encourage you guys when the opportunity presents itself, just go definitely do that and put something out that you could say that's yours.
We have some
physically.
pretty good recordings that I mixed and everything. We got some stuff that really. We just got to post it.
What do you think we should record it here or something from a show? What do you think?
Oh, live would be pretty cool, but I think if you guys sound pretty good in that room. This is Joe's house, South Buffalo, New York. I think.
Thank you, neighbors.
Thank
I
you.
feel so bad.
12 years.
Whoever lives next door.
Only 4 of them have moved.
Oh, man. Twice.
More than that.
And
The bar down the street says they like us.
I pulled up, and South Buffalo is really known for its Irish population. I think there was an Irish
There is.
band or something.
Yeah,
down the
Irish
street.
festival. Irish Center's right around the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a 5-year-old son. And what's his name?
Manny Jr.
Matty Jr. Matt Holla Jr. All right. And does he hear Dad scream at all in the shower or anything like that?
I don't know about shit in the shower.
What you gonna do to tell me?
What'd you say, man? He likes Rage. He'll ask, he'll warms the cockles of my heart. He'll be like, Dad, you play some Rage Against the Machine? I'm like,
Yes, son.
Of course.
yeah, sure, of course. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, he likes it, man. He's cool with it. My wife, I remember my wife was pregnant with him at one of our shows at Ironworks. And she's like having Braxton Hicks fucking contractions. And I'm like, no, that's just him.
fucking hanging in the fucking whoop. He digs it, man. Yeah, he's cool with it.
Nice.
I don't know that I haven't brought him to a show. You know, it's usually 20.
Maybe this is the one of these
But
days.
I've shown him videos and stuff. He's incredibly interested by it. He's like, really? You, which is kind of the reaction I get from a lot of people I know when they find out that I sing an arrangement.
Yeah.
If someone comes to Buffalo, New York, where do they go for chicken wings? I'm gonna go each one. Just first thing that comes to
Best
mind.
place or just where do they go?
Where's the best chicken wings that they would go to?
Oh shit! I have like a top 10 list, but
Careful what you say, dude. Some are like secrets.
9/11.
I used to live right
Sure,
by
around the
9/11.
corner.
It's close here.
I would say 9/11.
It is
I'm an
real close.
aficionado, and I've never had 9/11 wings.
Ooh,
Me neither, actually. That's fair.
I have heard
Oh.
good things though.
Okay, I live in the North Towns. If you're in the North Towns, it's a little shithole in the wall, but it's called Kelly's Corner.
Oh,
and
Chris, you
they've
need to stop. You need to shut up.
Kelly's Corner.
You need to stop talking.
Joe, what about you?
I live in North Buffalo, so I just don't have a clue.
Kelly's Corner,
right.
hot barbecue.
Done. What about you, Joe?
I don't know, barbells.
Barbells. Yeah, East Aurora. Killer. How about you, Henry?
I was gonna say Kelly's Corner.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never
I'm
been
all-
to Kelly's
I'm all-
Corner for wings.
Yeah,
bro.
also North Towns.
I'm
Also,
no
you
time.
got
I will say though.
It's a tiny little
What's the
spot.
other one? KO. Also,
Really?
awesome.
Do they step their game up? Because they used to be terrible.
love their wings. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Alright.
hadn't been there.
I'll give a shout out to Mr. Goodbar because I just went there for their
Really?
Cajun style
I've never had
barbecue, and
Nice.
they're cheap and delicious.
Damn. What about you, Hala?
Man, 9/11's up there.
9/11. Used to live right there. All right.
I do was within a short walk. It was dangerous for my waistline, but I was within a short walk from 9/11. I'm gonna have to go with Joe on this one and say the Barbell Tavern.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Uh,
Everyone thinks Duff's
No.
phenomenal wings, but Anchor Bar, Come to Buffalo, listen to Anger's
No,
Gift.
no.
Seriously.
Duff's is fine.
All right.
Duff's is fine.
okay.
Crispy
Couple other
barbecue.
sleepers. There's a spot called Wing Nuts.
Wing
It's,
nuts. Yeah.
it's
Gabriel's
in
Gate.
Knights of Columbus.
Gabe's Gate's
fucking
really good.
They got
That's
some
another
worse.
good one.
They used to be good, but oh, shit. They
No,
used to
sorry.
be good, but they're not good anymore. I didn't say that.
Well,
So
Who's that?
there's a spot called Wing Nuts, which if you like
Yeah.
big wings are like the place to go. I'm actually in a Buffalo Wing Nuts or Wing Geeks Facebook group, and we all.
Are you?
Oh yeah. We
Okay.
shout out.
Well,
Shout
I'll
out.
include a link to that below this, along with some of the musician that you mentioned,
Tom Mish.
Tom Mish, right? So
Totally not rage, but like man.
we'll check it out.
What a
I'm
killer
intrigued.
guy. Yeah.
Running low on battery here. So next week, the big show, July 30th, Friday. You got to get your ass there. Saturday, the day after, I'm going to Hershey, Pennsylvania, to see Guns N' Roses play their first show post-pandemic.
Oh shit.
Ashland and I, Hershey Park. But is the Rapids Theater, is that going to be your biggest show you guys have ever played?
Might be the biggest stage.
Might be the
Biggest stage?
So
How
the
cool is
biggest
that?
is a big stage.
I would
Is
say
that
big-
room for you to roam around? I can't wait to
biggest show
see you
that I've
guys.
ever played.
Yeah.
It's definitely a local-esque venue that we've had our hearts set on.
That's a big
It's
place.
awesome.
Someone
It's
called it a
been on
bucket list
for a
venue.
long
I
time.
think
That's
it's
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Not
It's
only
been
that,
on my personal bucket list. to play.
Prophets of Rage played there a
We
couple
saw
years ago.
Prophets
We
play.
went
Yes, we
there.
did.
We went
Right,
there.
exactly.
We're going to be in the same
That was the
backstage.
experience.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys-
gonna be special.
Honored, guys.
hold on. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, we got my sister.
Where is
Luke.
your favorite place to perform? She asked.
I like Ironworks a lot. Places that I have performed.
Rapids Theater.
Rapids Theater. Next
You
week.
played, huh?
Yeah, she come check it
Let's
out.
see. She says, let's see. We got, question is, where's your favorite place to perform? I love playing at Ironworks.
Yeah,
Ironworks.
Every show's been fun there.
They're it's a great venue in terms of like how they treat artists. Like not everywhere treats artists well, and Ironworks definitely does.
Yeah, they take care of it.
I'd also give a little shout out to Tudor too. Like tiny little hole in the wall, but just like
That
I don't know,
corner.
there's something
that
about
corner
that. Yeah, just
kinda
that little
stage.
corner.
The thing
like,
about it
tucked
is,
in
like,
there, just like
First place we ever
super
played
free.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they
there's
Awesome.
something about
Our
that.
first show was there.
I can't
Um,
quite put my finger on it.
great. That's a fun
awesome.
spot. Ironworks,
very
like,
intimate.
yeah, like I've seen some huge like bands that I really envy play there, and that also makes a place fun. She also asked us. She said she's had the Suicide and Death Wings, which I'm guessing are at Duff's.
Probably at Duff's. Yeah.
They're-
Hannah.
And
Thanks,
then,
Hannah.
And then the Iron Luke says he loves the band interview format. Well, we love you, the Iron Luke Kev. 55.
Luke
The Iron
is
Luke.
yeah, he was in my
55.
band. We jammed in San Diego. Actually, it's the Rock and Roll Marathon there. But Anger's a gift. You got to see them anytime you're in Buffalo. You know, one of the 4 times they play during the year. It's always a great time.
Find us on Facebook. We stream every once in a while too.
Yep. I'll include a link below to their pages. But guys, I want to say thanks again and cheers.
Hey, cheers.
And have a fucking awesome.
Cheers, man.
I know we're a little empty here,
Yeah, we're good.
but next week, July 30th.
Schism.
Stay happy, stay healthy,
With Schism.
Don't forget Schism.
stay hungry, stay heavy. We'll see you guys later. Anything to say to Ryan in closing? Ryan?
Oh, dude, where the fuck are you?
Yeah, man. Leave the Parthenon alone.
Hey, man. No, we got nothing. We miss you, brother.
See you,
Can't
dude.
wait to meet.
Yeah. Henry, can't wait to meet you. Later.